I don't know when this change has happened, but it's happened sort of recently that people have stopped saying that must be photoshopped and started saying, oh, that must be AI. And as an artist, this is so annoying, especially the amount of DMs and messages that I get saying, is this AI? Or that must be AI. And it's so frustrating. So I thought I would show you the time-lapse video of me actually creating my latest sort of art piece. It's an illustration of my beautiful cousin Skylar. Hi Skylar, if you're watching this. So basically I wanted to work on a few things in this piece. I used a reference image of her very closely and then sort of added to it to make it my own, if you will. And I wanted to do a few things. One thing would be working on the subsurface scattering of a sort of iridescent fairy wings. Another thing was I wanted to add little pockets of detail and magical things. For example, making her necklace glowing, adding little sort of glitter and sparkly pieces around her eyes and like the high points of her cheeks and that kind of thing. I worked on the lighting and the background a lot. I initially had a completely different background and idea in mind, and then the further along I got in the piece, the more I was like, this is not working, I need to be more zoomed in. What else? This was handmade, not with AI, and I, for one, think that digital art is not cheating. It takes a lot of skill and a lot of work to hone in on doing this and doing it for a living. And I find that now it's more important than ever to show your mistakes and your errors and keeping little human things in there. For example, I haven't over rendered this piece. I left some painterly looking strokes. If you zoom in on the hands or on her face, you can see some of the strokes that are still there from me painting it on my iPad. And I think that it's so silly that I have to fight people that my stuff isn't AI and it is handmade. And I'll have to double check in the settings on Procreate, but I'm pretty sure this piece took me about 6 hours to do. And that's 6 hours of me refining and changing and making mistakes and going back. And that process is so important and it's so human. And it's so disappointing that I have to now prove that not only did I make this and it was me, the artist that made it, but I also made it not using AI programs. I guess that's just the reality of being an artist in 2026, but here we are. You just watched a ranty WIP Wednesday.